Hey everybody, you're listening to my podcast Suchitra's Life with me, Suchitra, and in this episode, I have a teeny tiny book to talk about. It's called Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It by Kamal Ravikant, who is an elder brother of Naval Ravikant. I hope you guys have heard of Naval Ravikant, who is an venture capitalist and an entrepreneur. So this book is a quick reminder to love ourselves, and the author himself, he admits that it is as cliched as anything can ever get, but he had to write to put his thoughts out there, and that's what he does through this book. So the premise of this book is that Kamal, he finds himself being utterly lost after he realizes that his friend is no more, and his business is not doing well, and there are many things that are not really going on quite well with his life. So one fine day he gets really fed up with himself, and he just takes a vow that he's gonna love himself no matter what. So that's the vow, like a very simple vow. And he talks a bit about how taking that vow has changed his life for the better. And he realizes that he sort of was committed to loving himself, like not just a lip service, but to deeply and intensely love himself. And he had come up with a small practice, so let me take you all through that. He talks about 3 steps. The first one is called a mental loop. So 24/7 in our minds we have these thoughts running around again and again, be it positive or negative, but they keep running in our head. And if a situation comes in and it triggers something, our thought process again would churn out the same positive or negative thoughts again and again. And these mental loops are formed sometimes recently, sometimes they are being with us for a very long time. You could see that certain mental loops are there since your childhood. So he says that instead of sitting and fighting all these mental loops, which are not going to go away that easily, he decides to create his own mental loop called chanting to himself, or telling to himself and repeating to himself again and again and again that he loves himself. That's as simple as the three words. He decides that these are my 3 words that I'm gonna repeat to myself, and you can come up with something else, but he specifies that the word love has got this capacity to sink into our subconscious. So if you just say that, yeah, I like myself, it may not really get into your subconscious, but if you keep repeating that you love yourself, it does kind of make a difference. So that's what he keeps repeating to himself. He says that initially you may not really agree with it, and that's perfectly all right, but just keep at it, keep doing it, and over time you could see that it becomes a natural thought. That's what he was aiming for through this step. The second one is to meditate. Now, he is not talking about meditation in a very religious way. He just talks about a meditation as a way to affirm to yourself that you do love yourself. So he says that you can either meditate by putting on some really nice music that you do find yourself connected with, and then whenever you're inhaling, tell yourself that you love yourself, and then while you exhale, just let out whatever thoughts come. So it's as simple as that. And another way he describes is that to set up a timer for 5 minutes and look into the mirror, like look at yourself in the mirror, and then get a little closer and look into any one of your eyes and repeat to yourself that you love yourself, like with total commitment. This is one way of doing it. And the third step is to ask yourself one question, like in any situation or in any circumstance, is to ask yourself, if I truly and deeply love myself, would I let myself experience this? It's a simple question, but it's quite important. And he also talks about a particular phase wherein doing these steps have changed his life, and then when everything seemed better, he kind of backtracked on these steps and he just stopped doing them, and then he realizes that life went back to square one. So finally he kind of reiterates the fact that do it even if your life is going good. Keep doing it like forever, and don't just take it for granted, so that again you might find yourself in the same soup. And this is kind of I would say that a simple and short read. Well, I knew that whatever he said aren't that earth shattering or anything like that, but it's a good reminder to have, because you may have these feelings from time to time that you're not doing great in any area of your life. So we do need reminders, and this book is a short and quick reminder to love yourself. So until next time, take care.